Hi ladies, welcome back to another episode of my Femininity Quickies. I'm Dr. Christina and your femininity coach from LA. I talk all things dating and sex for ambitious women, female entrepreneurs and executives in their 40s. So if this sounds you are ambitious, you are successful, you created the life of your dreams, but one thing is still missing, and this is a man by your side. I can guarantee you deserve everything, success in all areas of your life. So if this sounds good to you, my femininity quickies are exactly what you need. And if a quickie is not enough, I offer one-on-one coaching where we have a look at your specific situation and dating life in detail. The link to book one-on-one coaching with me is in the description box of this episode. So yeah, let's get it started. So today is going to be a little bit more personal, because I want you to understand what I've been through my own dating life, right? And what I did, and when I realized, oh my god, this is working. And this is why we're talking about dating. This is why we're talking about sex. And this is why you're listening to me, because I have like so much things to share with you. And yeah, it's all based on my own story. So looking back, I didn't actually know what femininity and masculinity was, right? I didn't know even what I wanted in a relationship from a man, what literally my pleasures and my sexual desires were. I didn't know until I turned 36. Because at the age of 36, I went through a phase in my life when like literally every part and area of my life crumbled, right? So I had, troubles at work. I was literally so exhausted from doing my task. I have you guys know, I also have a PhD and I worked for Mercedes for many, many years. And I was a UX and UI designer. So I had a lot of things to do. And anyways, then I also was in a relationship. And this was like always there were so many arguments and struggles, and I never felt like truly seen. And and the sex in the end of that relationship too was just not existent anymore. I felt like literally my body's dead, right? I had like no sex drive. I was like turned off in some way. And yeah, I felt just not seen as a woman. And then I figured, okay, I'm doing everything. I'm taking the leadership in all of the aspects of my life, right? At work, like in the relationship. I just literally told my boyfriend what to do, right? So over the years, he became super passive and I took over the leadership. Like this hyper masculine, Miss Independent woman was taking over her whole life, right? And this was draining as fuck, right? And deep down, what I was craving was a hero, like a strong masculine man. Picture whatever Thor or like whatever superhero you can come up with, like this strong man. I'm a 5'2" girl, so they will always be tall and they will always hug you, and I was craving that. And like also deep down, just this man who could just grab me, right, and push me against the wall and just fuck me, you know what I mean? So that was like deep down, I was craving that hero. Like one day knocking on my door, just, Christina, I just want to bang you, right? And this was something, it was so crazy, because deep down I was like so off, but also deep down I craved this. I craved this sexual exploration, sexual, activation. And yeah, what I did was, at one point I looked into the mirror and I was like, oh my god, like my whole life is just it's not good. And what I saw was like a woman who looked very masculine, very harsh. My eyes were speaking no emotions, right? I was tired, I was burned out, and I didn't know where to start, right? So I put all of my eggs into one basket and I replaced everything, my whole life. I quit my job, I left my boyfriend, I sold all of my belongings, car, clothes, everything. And what I had left was one suitcase of stuff, right? And I booked a one-way ticket to Bali and I left, right? And during the time, healing, understanding what was coming up, I learned about femininity and I learned about masculinity, and then I was like, yeah, now I know. Now I understand why I was like so masculine and my boyfriend was so feminine, right? The polarity and all those good and juicy things. I was like, oh my god, yes. And then I started dating, right? Not fully healed, just in my transformation. And again, I attracted very feminine guys. And I attracted guys who didn't show the effort. I attracted men who rather asked me, back in the days at the age then of 38, oh my god, this is so expensive to go to a bar. I mean, that was like a story from LA, right? I can understand. But those men were asking me literally, hey girl, do you want a pregame? It's hilarious, right? And then of course I fell into that trap. Yeah, all men are bad, nothing is good here. And then I realized, Christina, what are you telling yourself? You cannot control circumstances, right? But you can control your fucking mindset. As you controlled your mindset when you flew to Bali, healed your burnout, you worked on your mindset too. So now you're gonna work on your mindset about men. And I dived deep, right? I evaluated, assessed my whole situation, my whole beliefs about men. Why I see or saw at the time men as something, a threat or something that, drove my nervous system crazy. But on the other hand side, I was seeing men not as capable. And guess what? That's why this is just a pre-game rather than going with me on a 5-course menu, right? Dinner, kind of. And so I worked on myself. And I saw the tables turn. The moment I really appreciated men, the moment I saw high value men approaching me, I saw them on the street, I saw them on the apps back in the day, I saw them with my friends, I saw them becoming my friends' husbands, right? I saw them everywhere. And then I knew, okay, Christina, it's not they're just born yet, it's not that they just got back whatever they were living in, got back to LA. No, that's not true. They were there the whole time, but I couldn't see them. So the thing is, the moment I started working on my mindset, I saw them coming up and my dates increased. The quality of men increased. It was crazy. So I literally went from those dudes, right, asking me to pregame as a woman close to my 40s, right? That's insane to even ask that and even dare to suggest that, right? I went to really nice dinner dates. I went to all-nighters. I went to guys who were just not giving a shit about how expensive a thing was, right? I went to guys and incredible men buying me designer clothes, buying me flight tickets, traveling with me. It was insane. And this happened because I changed. It was not that my circumstances changed, right? It was not that whatever. As I'm saying, it starts with you. And this is how it started with me. I worked on my mindset, I worked on my attitudes, I worked on my boundaries, I worked on my style. I became literally the match to a person, to a man that I would want to attract. And that's why I know that this works. You will not find the solution with downloading another dating app. You will not find the solution with increasing your swipes, right? You will not find the solution with lowering your standards, right? You will not find the solution with going on more dating events, offering or hiring matchmaking, buying a new dress. This will not be the solution, because what still stays the same is your mindset. Maybe there's a belief about men you have. This is ongoing, right? Maybe there's a belief you have about dating in LA or in New York, or about which city you from. Or you have a belief about dates never go well, or men don't want to commit, or I'm not worthy of a relationship, or I'm not worthy to take me out on an incredible date. If you have those beliefs, I can guarantee you a matchmaking will not be successful. This is burned money. It's useless, right? Same as for investments and subscriptions on dating apps. This is a waste of money, a waste of time if you haven't done the work first. And this is leveling up your mindset. leveling up your dating approach, leveling up your dating life. And this is, I'm living proof, as well as a lot of my clients too. The moment they changed themselves, right? The moment the tables turned, and the moment like the most incredible man showed up, the man of their dreams, and they went on incredible dates, right? And this is what we want. Yeah. I just encourage you to follow along if you need more tips, more femininity quickies, more good stuff. But yeah, this is, part of my story, and this is why I love doing what I'm doing, and I love helping ambitious women to find the man. And we want the best, right? So we have to become the best. But it's easy. Just do it. Do the work. All right. I see you next time to the next femininity quickie. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Leave me a thumbs up if it's resonating with you, and I speak to you soon.